What's going on, everybody? Top 10 Pokemon back with my first top 10 video since my return to YouTube. And this will be the top 10 most expensive cards from the Scarlet and Violet set Shrouded Fable. And much like Twilight Masquerade, I thought Shrouded Fable would be a nothing set with nothing in it to really offer us. However, I was kind of wrong. There is some low-key fire in this set. We will be reviewing both raw and graded copies of these cards, which is something we haven't done before in the past. So if you are ready for this top 10 video, head down and give this video a like and leave a comment letting me know what your favorite card in this set is. So before we jump into the top 10 list, let's take a look at some of the stats of Shrouded Fable. The English set released back in August 2nd of this year, and it boasts a total of 99 cards, so a relatively small set. So let's get started off with the number 10 most expensive card from Shrouded Fable. It is this Pecharunt EX Special Illustration Rare that saw a raw copy sale of about $23.50, while a PSA 10 copy has sold recently for about $56. And this Pecharunt is, I believe, a brand new Pokemon. A lot of the Pokemon featured in this set are brand new. Not all of them, but there are a lot of new faces. This is one of them. This is the number 10 most expensive card in this set. The number 9 most expensive card is a, I believe, Generation 4 Pokemon in Dusknoir. This had a raw copy sale of about $24.50 in auction, while a PSA 10 copy has recently sold for about $86. Not a big fan of this card, or this Pokemon really. The design is pretty lackluster, not much to really look at in my opinion. However, this is the number 9 most expensive card on our list today. The number 8 most expensive card in Shrouded Fable is a new Pokemon. It is an Okidogi EX. Now, you know me, I'm not the biggest fan of some of the names they give these new Pokemon, but Okidogi, as ridiculous as it sounds, it rolls off the tongue pretty well. I don't know, I kind of like it. This Special Illustration Rare Okidogi EX has sold raw for about $15.59. However, a PSA 10 copy has recently sold for about $91. And this is kind of reminiscent of the Prime cards back from Heart Gold, Soul Silver. You got a real up close and personal shot of this Okidogi. So whether you love it or hate it, this is the number 8 most expensive card in this set. The number 7 most expensive card from Shrouded Fable is this Pheasantipede EX Special Illustration Rare. Another new Pokemon. Had a raw copy sale of about $50, which is not too shabby for a raw card. However, when this card first hit the graded market, it was selling as a PSA 10 for about $150, but in the past week, it had a recent sale of about $91 as a PSA 10. And I put this card ahead of the Okidogi EX because the raw copy of this card is more expensive. Brand new Pokemon here, about $91 for a PSA 10. The number 6 most expensive card from this set is the Duskull Illustration Rare, which of course evolves into Dusknoir. This card had a raw copy sale of about $16.50, while a PSA 10 copy just barely inched out the other two previous cards, selling for about $91.50 total. And just like the Dusknoir, this doesn't really have a whole lot of character. It has a little bit more, in my opinion, with the background and how it's kind of like floating on a street corner there, but it's still not buttering my biscuit. I'm kind of meh about it. What do you think? This is the number 6 most expensive card in the entire set. Coming in number 5 is, I think, my favorite card in this set, the Houndoom Illustration Rare. This card has sold raw for about $26 in auction. And when it first hit the graded market, it was selling for about $250, which is wow. But more recently, this card has sold as a PSA 10 for about $93. And what I love about this card is the fact that it's black and white, but it's still got that like fire energy red throughout it, a little bit like in the eyes, and I don't know, it really makes that red stand out when the rest of the card is black and white. My favorite card in this set, and it's the number 5 most expensive overall. The number 4 most expensive card in this set is another new Pokemon. This one here is called Munkidori. Yeah, a Munkidori EX. It's like Hunky Dory, but with more monkey. This Monkey Dory EX Special Illustration Rare has had a raw copy sale in auction of about $13.50, while a PSA 10 example has recently sold for about $105, which makes this card the number 4 most expensive card in Shrouded Fable. Getting down to the final 3, the third most expensive card in this set is an original Pokemon from the Generation 1. I do love me some Gen 1 Pokemon. It is this Illustration Rare Persian, in which a raw copy sold recently for about $23.50, while a PSA 10 copy has sold the past week for about $133. I love the design of this card. I love seeing the Persian staring out the window, kind of seeing the reflection of itself. I love the Gen 1 Pokemon. I love seeing them on these modern cards. This is the number 3 most expensive card on our list today. The number 2 card on our list took me by surprise with its price. It is an Earthen Vessel Ancient Trainer card that had a raw copy sale of about $44.56, while a PSA 10 copy sells for about $157. So it's a pretty basic looking trainer card. However, it must be like super playable or something. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with the actual play of the TCG, but normally when you see a high-priced trainer card, it is very playable, which makes this the number 2 most expensive card. Before we get to the number 1 most expensive card in Shrouded Fable, you know it, we got to do a couple of honorable mention sales. Here we have a Kingdra EX Special Illustration Rare in PSA 10 that sold for $82, while the PSA 10 Greninja EX Special Illustration Rare sold for $110. And I did not include these on the top 10 list because these are promo cards. These are not actual set cards, but they are still amazing designs. And then check this out, folks. Here is a basic Darkness Energy that sold raw for $24.50. And I saw another sale of about $32, while a PSA 10 copy sells for not much more at around $37. So it's interesting to see the price of a PSA 10 be so close to the price of a raw copy of a card. So, but there you go. Which leads me to the number 1 most expensive card in this set. It is the Full Art Cassiopeia Special Illustration Rare. That had a raw sale of $56, while a PSA 10 copy, when it first hit the market, sold for over $500. But the most recent sale of this card as a PSA 10 was for about $175.50. So this is most assuredly the most expensive card in Shrouded Fable. That's it for this top 10 list, folks. What do you think of Shrouded Fable? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Are you in the middle about it? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll catch you all in my next one.